Hey, how you doing? Let's do it to it. Puzzle Rush. There it is. Oops. Knight D. Oh. Maybe it's. Maybe, no. Is it knight? Oh. 93. Ah, then D. Okay. There we go. Let me see here. Uh, Probably bishop takes knight. I'm gonna. Well, oh, it hasn't moved yet. Oh, that would have helped. Let me see here. Um, Maybe bishop. Yeah, bishop f4 looks winning. and then you take there. Yeah, because the reason bishop f4 is if he just moves his rook, then you actually have bishop g4. These two bishops here, this knight rook's gonna fall or this knight's gonna fall. One of them's gonna fall. You know, even if the knight took at that point, pawn takes, there's still a fork here with the knight and the rook. One of them's gonna fall. Let's get on to it now, since we won that battle. Alrighty. There we go. Let's get this one down. Win a bishop. Okay, dokie. Let's see here. Okay, bishop, queen there, mates. Okay, queen takes. You win a queen, just want to make sure. Okay, rook takes. Rook takes, knight, well, knight, bishop, queen takes, knight takes. Do we actually win after rook takes? I'm thinking we do. Rook takes d8, rook takes d8, rook takes d8. I think, yeah, I'm thinking that, yeah, that wins actually a lot of material. Because then if the knight intercepts or the queen intercepts, I believe you're up a whole a rook in that line. There we go. Here's mate. Queen there. Takes. That wins a piece. Let's see. Rook takes. Bishop takes. Queen takes. So let's do that. Okay. That wins a queen. Bishop b4 wins. Let me see anything. Let me see. There. Yep. Bishop b4. That one's a queen. Ah, that wins. Yeah, bishop h2. Yeah, gotta remember that one. That's a discovery. I had to take a second to get my bearings. Let me see. Check here. Ah, and then that would be mate. Yep, let's do that. There's your mate. Okay. There. Hey, how you doing? Oh, not much. Having some fun with chess. It's always fun. Let me see here. So rook takes, king takes. Ah, that wins a rook. That wins a knight. It wins a knight in 2 moves. Yeah. I try to see it before I do anything with. Let me see. Oops, wait a second. That would have been bad. I believe. Let me see here. Yeah, that wins. Because king takes b3, and then rook g4, king takes b3, and then king takes c5. Yep, that's right. And then we grab the queen, and we're up a whole rook, which a rook is is mate. You have enough for mate. Let's see, knight takes f3. Bishop takes f3. Queen takes e7. Bishop takes rook. Then rook takes bishop. Let's see, how much material do we have after that? Do we have a... I know we got a queen. Okay, he's got 2 rooks. I think we're up material on that line. I'm thinking that's the correct move. You have to always, excuse me, always think about. I think we have to take. And then queen takes. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're okay. Alright, here's mate. Sometimes these puzzles are straightforward, mates and ones or two, but then you get a couple complicated ones. Ooh, we win a queen with rook b2. Yep, there we go. You gotta love that. Let me see here. Knight f6. Oh yeah, discovery. Yep. That's an interesting discovery on the queen right there. That's interesting. Well, I think the reason they're hard is they test the twists. Okay, we take here. Nope, we can't take there. Well, maybe we can. Let me see. Rook takes b5. Bishop takes b5. Maybe it's bishop takes b4. Might be missing something here. Is it bishop takes b4? I'm not really sure about that. Some of these really get me. Oh, rook takes. Oh, it's rook takes. Okay, because. Wow. Huh. I thought for sure. I think the best move though was bishop takes though. I think that saves the position. Let me see here. Rook a6. It's rook a6, then rook takes a6, rook takes a6, rook takes a6, king takes a6, pawn push, and then queens, which stops. Oh, okay. And it's check, so bishop a6. If rook b5 check or b4 check, rook d b6. I think that's the only way to I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, rook a6. Is that right? I think it starts with rook a6. I think rook a6 is the, it blocks the, it allows you to queen. You can queen after that. you can actually come here, and if that comes there, you come there. Rook a6 is right here. This is H, G, F, E, D, C, B, and A. Take the pawn. But if we take the pawn, he'll take a7 with check. Where white? If rook a6, then it has to be. There we go. That works. I just wanted to make sure. It's not a problem. Let's see here. So attack there. Yep. Here we go. Right here. And then that's mate. There we go. Good so far. We're doing good. Oh, knight a4. Yep. That was the queen. Had to think for a second there, just to double check. Oh, nice. Bishop takes knight, check. King comes up, and then we win the queen. Okay. See, okay, queen takes f4, queen g3, queen takes g3 check, no, queen f4 check, queen g3, queen takes g3, king takes g3, bishop e4, forks the king and rook. Yep. So we can actually take here. We take here, then we fork the rook. So he rotates d6. I think it's this. Let me see. Rotates d6. Rotates d6. Knight c5. It's not c5, sorry, b5. I got a little switched up there. Not c5. That is b5. Let's do it to it. I gotta ask the question, what's the difference between knight e4 though? Oh. Okay. That makes sense. I think that is right, because that forces the exchange. Queen takes. Yeah. Just had to make sure. I'm thinking queen takes g5 maybe. Sorry, queen takes g4. Takes g4. That's what I mean. Excuse me. I think it's queen queen b2 right here. I think queen b2. Oh, queen c2. Okay. That makes more attacking sense. Yeah. Queen e2. And that threatens mate in 2 at that point. Nope, can't check there. Good check here. Queen c f1 check. Queen f1 check. If king g3, then we queen. Excuse me. Queen f1 check. Let's say king g3, queen e1. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we have to take queen takes e1. That covers. Yeah. Just want to make sure. And then king h8. King h8. That should be good to go. Yeah, this is a nice sacrifice here. Then the rook comes down. Yeah, that was a beautiful sacrifice. A double exclam there. Let me see here. I think it's knight b5. Yeah. Yeah, that wins a rook. Ooh, knight c4. Knight c4. That wins a rook. I mean, that wins a knight. Because that attacks the bishop. Yep. And then what you do is you take the bishop with the knight, and then you take the knight with the bishop. I think this is a mate here. I think it may be rook takes, h2 check, bishop. Let's see, knight takes h2, rook takes h2, king takes h2. Ah, this wins a queen. It wins a queen. Rook takes h2, check. Rook takes h2, check. King takes h2, and then bishop c8, check, picks up a queen. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, this is mate in 2. Queen takes, king takes, rook check, king back, and then checkmate. I like when they get into those sacrifices. Those are really nice. Excuse me. Queen e8, check. Rook f8. Oh wow, our queen's in check. I mean, our king's in check. Yeah, that doesn't do very well, so we have to move that. Our king's in check at the moment. So if we can't go to the second rank because queen takes b2. So we have two choices between f1 or d1. I don't like f1. F1, king f1 is wrong because of knight e3 check. And it's the pin. Oh yeah, that's even worse. Yeah, that sacrifice actually wins. So it has to be, then it has to be king d1 then. King d1 is forced at that point then. And if queen a4 check, we have b3 and we're fine. Well, I don't know. I think that might be a mistake too. Because king d1, you have queen takes, d4 check. Yeah. I think we can actually play queen takes b7, and then if queen takes, we'll say d4, we could play queen takes a8 check, queen takes b7. If rook takes f2, we can actually play king g1. And I think we'd be okay at that point. Yeah, let's just take it. Oh, another one where we're in check. Isn't that lovely? This time I think we're forced to move our king up. I think we're forced to move the king up at this point. We'll see king d5. Yeah. Now bishop e4, right? I think that's right. Bishop e4. That puts a tempo on the queen. And the queen has to retreat back to d8. So bishop e4, queen d1, check, and then king c6, I think. And I'm not sure if I think that might be winning at that point. Yeah, I think that's right. I just wanted to make sure. King c6. Yeah, because if you go yeah, c6 is forced. The other way is mate in 1. So don't fall for that mate in 1. That'd be a tragedy. Thinking that yep. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I just had to look at this for a second. Queen takes f7 check, king h8, queen, takes, is it e6? I'm not sure if that's right or not. No, we have to keep the checks going. So we'd have to go queen takes, f7 check, king h8, queen f6 check, king g8, queen takes e6 check, king h8, and then you had to clear a way for the bishop. I'm thinking it's queen d3 check. I don't think so. No, it can't be. I don't think queen d3 works because then you have queen g6 and that doesn't turn out right. I'm thinking we have c4 first. I think c4 is correct first. Then after bishop, c4, bishop takes c4, and then queen e4 check is a fork. Because then queen goes to g6 and we pick up the bishop. And then we take the queen and we're good to go. There we go. So far so good. There we go. We're good to go. Let's do it to it. Okay. Okay. I know what it is. I know what it is. That's rook d8 first. Oh yeah, you're right. To remove the attack, okay. Yeah. Yeah, take there and then rook d8. Yep. Had to make sure that it all worked out, and it did. I got it this time. So knight takes, let me see here. Knight takes d5. C takes d5. Knight takes d7. King takes d7. Boy. I know knight takes is first. We gotta do knight takes. Knight takes d5 is the first move right off the bat. I know for sure. I know that's for sure. Knight takes d5. C takes d5. I'm thinking maybe queen g4 after that. I'll be right back. Let's see, knight takes f7, bishop takes f4, knight takes h8. Maybe that's it. Ah, the test. I got a test. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because see, with knight takes d5, c takes d5, knight takes f7. If king were to take f7, you can play queen takes d6 check, and then you can actually play. The king would have to go back to f8. Excuse me, f8, and then the bishop would be able to take on d6, and you would actually win material. Yeah, the continuation would be if king took f7, then queen takes d6 check, king takes d6, and then king. I think it's. Let me see. Is it e? Yeah, make sure. Oh, king f8, bishop takes. I think it's. Is it e6? Let me make sure. Yeah, no, d6. Bishop takes d6 check. That wins the Q. You win the queen at that point with a fork. Okay. If bishop takes f7, f7 check, king takes f7, knight e5 check, then you have king e8. Probably then queen f3 at that point. No, that wouldn't work. Yeah. Okay, I see why now. I understand why now. Yeah, it threatens mate too. Queen check. It wins the queen after the king moves up. You win the queen for the bishop. And that's never fun. thinking bishop, yeah, bishop b6. Yeah. That's a tall move, putting a piece on a protected square. That's an Emmanuel Tall type of setup. Yeah, you take the knight, king takes, c4, a6, b3, a2, b2, a8 equals queen, b1 equals queen check. I think it's king takes g2, f takes e6, bishop takes e6 check, king, h8, and then bishop takes f5. Only thing I can see is queen h6. Check for right now. Not really. Oh yeah, that does threaten mate, doesn't it? With the bishop to, yeah, that threatens mate on bishop f7. Interesting. And then e threatens mate here. Excuse me. So I'm thinking we have to play bishop f7 now. f7 check, queen takes f7, e takes f7 check, king takes f7. Is this one, I'm wondering, is it king? No, it can't be. I was thinking king b7, but I don't think king b7 is right here. Let's see. Let's see here, there. Takes one, 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 and then king b5. And then king b5, and you pick up the other pawn after trades, of course, after you trade the queens. Well, see, we actually moved king b5 check, a discovery. That's a discovery, king b5. And then I think that's maybe let me see. I gotta just check that out. Let's see after. No, it's not. I'm sorry, not king b5. It's oh yeah, you're right. Queen queen e8 actually it wins the q. Yeah, queen e8 wins the q. Yeah, gotta be more observant. Don't just go with the move. Make sure you see that, because after that the king is on the same file as the queen. No, yes, it's actually not queen. It's not queen e. Sorry, that was my thing there. It's actually it would be king c5 c5 check, and then king would have to walk on we'll say f5, then queen would go to f8 check. That's it. king f5 is the move. It's king f5, not f5, king c5 check, and then when the king walks onto the f file, whatever f file that he does, it could be f5, f4, f6, f4, and then yeah. But I think after isn't that right though? Doesn't after that, after a queens, our king, see the king is on e5 at that point. And so what we can actually do is do a discuss. Well, I guess you're right. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I had that all messed up. The king's on e5. Yeah, the queenie doesn't work. For some reason, I thought that discover check. Yep, you're right. Yeah, it's a good thing we went over that. Boy, that's a mind bender there. Okay. I was thinking if queen b8 check, he has rook e8. So we have a tiny bit of a problem there. Let's see, queen queen takes c6. Rook takes f1 check. King g2 forced. g2 forced. Queen d2 check. King h3. I think we're still okay. Yeah. Queen c8 check, king h7, and then queen f5 check. Yeah, I was looking at that. Let's see, does he have anything that could stop that? I think that's right. King e5, king e6, or rook e6. Rook takes d6. Yeah. So now we're done. Perfect. I think we got this. I got it. Rook takes e5, queen takes e5, and then bishop d4. Is that right? Okay, then queen takes e2, knight takes e2, and then bishop takes and bishop takes a1, maybe. g6. So g6. Doesn't he have if g6, doesn't he have queen g5 though? Or sorry, queen f6. G6, queen f6. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So the whole reason for g6 is to move the queen away from e4, right? Blocking with e4. Rook takes e5. Queen takes c4. Knight takes c4. I think we got this. H takes g6. Rook takes g6. Rook takes f5 check. And by the way, the g6 is with check. So that's with check. h7. I guess that would work too. Yeah, let's go with that. That makes sense, yeah. Go, you know what? You've worked so hard to get that passed pawn. Why throw it away? Maybe 75. I don't know if I could do 100. We'll see how we do. Okay. And queen takes. H6 check. Yeah, there we go. Rook takes f1. King takes f1. Yeah. And yeah, then rook f6. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. Let me see here. Come on. Queen d4 check looks interesting. Hey, how you doing? I appreciate that, but we don't do posts, so I'm just gonna have to erase that. I just gotta time. Let me see. Time. Just gotta time. You just time out the to get rid of all the comments. I'm thinking. Yeah. Just have to time that out. I appreciate that, but we don't do like links on there or stuff like that. This is a pure chess site. Rookie 6. Oh. Rookie 8 check. Check and rook f8, and then queen takes f4, and we win. I'll be right back. Yeah, dip. I think that's right. Yeah, that threatens mate. And then you win the rook over here. Yeah, that threatens mate. So yeah, so the opponent has to take. Let me see here. Okay, d5. But he has check at that point. Let me see, d5. Um, Rook G. And there. Maybe it's b5. Yeah, I'm thinking it's b5. So he takes b5, or b takes c6, and that threatens mate. Yeah, that threatens mate right away. And then I think now it's d5. I think d5 now, but I'm not sure exactly. Makes sense. I think queen h. I'm thinking queen h6 wins, if I'm not mistaken here. G5? Yeah, I think G5, that makes more sense. Because you're now attacking the queen. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Then rotates f6. That makes more sense, yeah. The knight, that knight move really messes up stuff. One second. Excuse me. Little tickle there. Boy. Rook f7. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually the winning move. And now we really can't check yet. We'd have to take here with the rook after the queen takes. Yeah, it's rook takes f8, check, queen takes f8, queen h3, check, and then we can actually win. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. Don't like when I get tickles sometimes. Let me see here. So queen e4 check. So queen e4 check, king f2. Queen takes e. Well, let me see if we check. Yeah, queen takes e3 is a strong move. Wait a second. Could we? But oh, queen g2 then. Okay. So that's how it works. Then check and then queen e3 checks, king g2. Then queen e4. think that is right. Let me see. Queen 3, then Queen E4. And I think we trying to figure out if what rook we win. Because if we play queen takes h1, we have a threat of queen f1 check. That moves the king further up the board. Thinking we have to take on d5. Yeah, I think we have to take on d5. And then I'm thinking, yikes. Is it knight b6? I'll just knight, just take the knight. I think queen takes g6, check if king, e8. Well, king can't go to e8. King e7, queen takes g7 check, and then bishop intercepts, I'm thinking. Oh yeah. And then knight takes d1 to keep the pin alive. Yep. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Why retreat a good, yeah. Why retreat a good knight positioned? Gotta keep that in my forefront of thinking there. bishop takes h7. Knight takes e. Maybe it's knight takes e6. No, because well, maybe. And after pawn takes, then we have check. I think it might be. Oh, bishop takes. Bishop takes. So bishop takes, and then king. So bishop. So bishop takes h7 check. If king h8. Is it knight takes f7 check? Huh. And then queen. Nope, we can't check there. I think queen e4. Queen e4 at this point, yeah. And then now you can pick up the queen. There you go. Enjoy the chess. Let's just say that. We have to enjoy chess. Enjoy the puzzles. Help out with the puzzles. It's always fun. That's how you learn and improve, is do it by doing tactical puzzles. Yeah. And then queen. Yep, queen c4 or c5. Then you start going for, after king e8, rook g8, you have to start pushing the king around. Then once I'm thinking now it might be Queen A7, but I'm not exactly sure. No, it's bishop. Oh, it's bishop G. That's right, bishop G. Yeah, bishop G4. We have to be a team, so you're more than willing to help out. Let's see here. Could G F4 3. It's always got to make sure. Some of these are really tricky. No, we're working together as a team. That's how you get better. You have coaches and stuff. You work together as a team, and that's how you improve. Let's see here. Okay. Let me see here. I'm trying to figure this out. Sorry, I gotta time you out because we need to get busy. It's nothing against you, but we have to get busy. Here. So that was right. Sweet. Okay. So there, I'm just trying to make. I'm trying to make the sacrifice potentially knight E3 work because that attacks the queen, and then potentially after knight E3, knight into G4. But I don't think that's going to work. Knight takes E3. Yeah. That was the idea, but this was my only worry with the knight to E2. That was the only concern. Oh boy, let me see here. Well, we might. Well, do we actually win material? I think we do. So Queen G4. Yeah, Queen G4. Let me see, Queen G4. And then so Queen G4. And the queen's still hanging. So if the queen comes up to F2, this one's tricky. I'm thinking Queen G4 does work because you're attacking the rook, the knight, and you're attacking the queen at the same time, and you're also threatening mate on G2, and this pin really helps out. So all's good there. So now we can actually win the queen. I believe we can win the queen. Yeah. That was an interesting. Queen G3 had like three different things going for it. I mean, not G3, G4. Queen G4 had three or four different move options, and each one was really good. That's Tall would be able to. He would see the tactics of putting pieces on the board that allows you to. Hey, hello. I think it's Queen A4 and then Queen B3. Yeah. Then you come into Queen B3. You don't take the knight, and the whole idea is to play A2. Oh, wow, he just took. Okay. That's nice. Okay. Okay, let me see. He has a check on C8. So let's see. Can we... Huh. Queen A... Oh, let me see. Queen A2. Does that work? Oh, so Queen... Okay. No. Oh, A2. Sorry. Queen A2. Boy, for some reason I got turned around there. Got the board turned around. A2 makes sense because then what you could do now is potentially, I think, Queen. Let me see if you actually Queen on B1. Does he have a check here? There. But actually that allows for the protection of the whole H7 to B1 diagonal. So yeah, even if he takes there, let me see if you have to always consider if you Queen takes. Hmm. I'm wondering, do we just? I think we can actually take on E. Um, but does that? I don't think that works because we have a problem with a check. So I'm wondering if we Queen, and then he takes there. Boy, I think you just Queen. Because I was trying to make sure, because if we took, I think we need that actual queen to cover that H7 to B1 diagonal. That's actually an important diagonal for our king when the queen checks. So that queen actually, otherwise I believe it would be a perpetual, and that would have been a sad perpetual. We had everything going for us. Yeah. That'd be sad if it went to perpet on that one. I appreciate that, but just you're just you can listen in, but got to be respectful, like what we always talk about. You, it's about learning and improving. Bishop b4. Yeah, it does it. That attacks the queen. We're in check here, if you notice. We're in check here, so we have to do something. There's that's actually the best tempo gatherer. It also allows for us to wow, ouch, check does. No, you don't lose on this one. Then yeah, king f3. That's straightforward. And then what you have to do is you take the knight at that point. Yeah, I should take the knight. Let me see if that's right. I just want to make sure. Check, king back. No taking the knight? No. Wait, let me see here. I was thinking that it might be. Check. Can't take the knight. Boy, let me see. I think we can. Can we actually win? Yeah. I don't know why. I think that's right. I was trying to figure out because what happens if the queen takes our bishop, we actually take his bishop with check at that point, and then that allows. Yeah, I think our king to escape. I think that's just we're in survival mode at that point. But with that type of attack. Let's see here. Wow, this is an end game. So let's see here. Yeah, rook b3. First of all, there's a lot of hanging pieces, so you have to always consider the hanging pieces. You can there's actually three ways of attacking the hanging pieces. Four ways actually, if you want to think about it. Which one is the most forcing? The knight, they're harder to get out. So let's attack the knight. b3. The knight comes in. We now have potentially rook b5. That's an interesting move. Or a check. And that would make the bishop have to run probably to C. Yeah, there you have a skewer. Yeah, this sets up for if the bishop went to C3, there'd be a skewer that you can hit both pieces with. Yeah, bishop D, and then now I'm thinking. Let me see here. Is it king? Maybe I'm thinking king d5. Go king. Yeah, king. Oh, d5. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because that attacks the bishop. That attacks the bishop with force. And then you can actually play, oh yeah, d5 really is a good move, because then you can actually come up to d6 on your next move. Well, now we have rook d7, and we have, even if the king moves, then we have rook c7, and that attacks both pieces at the same time. So this I think it's rook d7. I just gotta make sure. Let me see. Rook d7. Does he have any checks? No checks. Can't move. So king g6, and then after king g6 we play rook c7. Yeah. Yep. And then rook c7 attacks the defender of the bishop. Yep. Yep, there you go. And now we win a piece. Yeah. Oh, wow. I learned something there. That's interesting. So you can actually attack a piece, get it there, pin it, the king moves, and actually double attack the protector and the piece. Wow. That's a unique puzzle there. Very unique puzzle. Queen f5, he's got king h6. So king h4. Yeah. Okay, so he went h6 because this h4 would have been a really bad one, because that would have set up for basically almost a mate. You could have played your king to h5, king g3, and then rook c3. The queen would have had to give its life, and it would have been mate. So we don't want to do that. That's whoever played that wouldn't have walked right into that. That would have been horrible. We have to always look for the most you can always look for the best move for your opponent. That's what my teacher told me. And if they then play a not so good move, then you can make a new plan based on an advantage for you. Okay, dokie. I'm thinking here. Let me see. Queen. No, we can't go queen e6. Rook d1. Yeah, that makes sense. Because then you're drawing the queen away, and it allows for a mate. Yeah, that does make rook d1 makes perfect sense. Because if the queen were to take on d1, you have actually queen h5 check, king g7, and rook e7. King would have to go back, and then you have mate. So that's actually what the computer played was right. G5 actually is strong here, because this takes advantage of a pin on f8. You should always give examples why you do what you do. Oops. Thanks. Make sure that I don't have any. Okay, let me see here. G5. I like G5. Then queen takes rook, and there's check. That's got a really good. Got to look for those removing the guard ones. Those always have some good ones. Rook e6, interesting. That does take advantage of. Let me see, check. Then you gotta really be careful when you decide to go down that path. So, oh, it is. You have to. Let's see here. Rook e6, d. Okay. Rook e7. Let's see here. I think that it's. I agree with you on Queen G8 on that one, because the other line doesn't set up for mate 2. It allows for the rook to actually block on e7, and then you're in a pretty big problem at that point. This sets up now for a potential, now that we can check. Actually, I think, can we check with the queen here? I'm trying to see. No, because then the king can escape. Oh, does that get the queen out? Okay. And then the queen retreats in. D5, huh? Well, I think isn't it queen e6 check? Queen d5? Oh, the block, okay. It's not me. Oh yeah, it's right. There's no pin. Yikes. That would have been a tragedy there. I miscalculated on that one. Yeah. Rook d1. Yep. Yeah, I thought for some reason my mind went that there was a pin there, but there wasn't a pin. That would be, ooh, that was bad. That'd be phantom. That's phantom scene there. Okay. H takes g6. H takes g6. F takes g6. Bishop takes g6. H takes, let me see. I'm thinking it might be H takes G6, F takes G6, Bishop takes G6. Well, a Bishop can't. That would be, well, Bishop takes G6 potentially. Thinking that Bishop takes. There's really no good discoveries that that the Bishop has to work with. Rook takes G. See, Rook takes G. Ah, then Queen comes into G5. That makes more sense. Then Queen comes to G5. You have to be though, and you know what? This is all about learning. So, Queen G5 would would be strong at this point. Let's see. Is there any way for them to hold? I don't think so. Let's see. Anyway. Trying to see, because I know when you get to these complex ones, no, Bishop F8 doesn't do it. We take, then there's no block for that. Is Knight H5 an idea? Then you take. The king would have to move to H8. Then you have Bishop check on G. Yeah, I'm thinking it's that, is it? Yeah, I think we got that right. Yes. Hip hip hooray. Okay. Now, oh, I didn't see that. Ouch. Didn't see that one. That hurts. Let's see now what do we play after we change the plan? Let me see. Probably Bishop takes now. So takes G6. No. Wait. Queen takes G6? Okay. Comes forward. Oh, okay. We can actually set up potentially for check. Yeah, that makes sense. This is actually, oh yeah, if he went back there, it would actually be a pin, and that would actually be mate. Okay, so now I think we made a different way now. Bishop f4 is checkmate. See how we're doing. Okay, let's see if we can't get to 75. We gotta hurry this process up a little bit. Or seven. Oh yeah, let's try to get to 75. We're 6 away. Wait, we're slowing down. We gotta get speeding up a little bit here. And then I gotta call it on 75. So we got 6 more. We could do 6 more. Come on, we got this. Come on. There, takes, bishop takes, check. Can't come up though. Gotta take a look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna go with c3. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, I'll probably have to stop without 3 strikes for tonight. So let's see here. We did really well. Yeah, king h6 because that's forced. Rook there. Okay, now if we take, the king would I guess he doesn't have to take it. Go there, check. King h4. Yeah, rook g. You get mated. Yep, you stop. Now you can grab the 2 rooks. Yep, that sounds good. I think I'll probably stop on 70 because I've been on a long time. Yeah. I'll probably stop right here. I appreciate everybody participating. Sorry about all that stuff that went on. Yeah, but I appreciate that. We'll we'll try to shoot for over 70 maybe tomorrow, but getting a little tired. So I wanted to thank you though that we're all learning a lot from the puzzles. So I have to say adieu now. I wanted to thank you all in one chess, all in one play, for for participating, and we're learning. As long as we can learn from the tactics, that's what matters. And in the end, it's about teamwork, and this right now is where training should be, because when you do over the board, you want to have all your home prep ready in your mind and to be able to spot those tactics, and they're there. And that's why we do tactics and we improve. And I wanted to again thank the team for participating, because it takes courage to do that. And we're gonna get faster. We will get faster. We will get past that 70 marker. But for right now, that's a good marker. And we didn't get 3 strikes, so that's an accomplishment. All the way 70 without 3 strikes. But remember what Bruce Lee said. You have to take what you know and be able to apply it and be willing to do something with it. And always choices. And the choice to receive the Lord Jesus as Lord and Savior is an important decision that we all have to make one day. And you know what? Plateaus are part of life, and we are going to break the 70 plateau and keep pushing forward. But as But you know what? Like what we say in the Team Chess Cruncher motto, you hang up your coats to do that, you hang up your hats, and you sit down and study when most won't. Team Chess Cruncher does, and that makes all the difference. And as Wesley so says, serve the Lord Jesus, and as I say, God bless. And I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, evening, Lord willing. I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll keep pushing forward and improving and having a good time learning. And it's not easy, but you know what? We will get there. And you know what? Like what Hannibal Smith always said, even inside of a random position, there's always a plan. And when you find it, we get to say, I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, 2 thumbs up. Hoorah, be blessed. Great job on 70 Team Chess Cruncher. And always have fun with chess. Learn. If there's somebody who helps you out and you learn from them, it could be on YouTube or whatever, you know what? Keep doing it, because that's the only way you can get better is by mentoring under somebody, or a book's always good too. So if you like reading, find some good books that'll help you in chess, and find a good author and keep pushing forward. Go Team Chess Cruncher. Hoorah, be blessed. And I pray that you receive the Lord Jesus, Lord and Savior. And if you're thinking about it, keep thinking about it. Okay, be blessed, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.